Let me ask you a question. Do you find yourself working on a task and getting distracted? Do you find yourself finding it hard to focus on whatever you're supposed to do? Yes, today I'm going to share 5 practical tips that will help you to be more focused. Straight away, let's go into tactic number 1. The first one is I want you to start using what they call block booking. What's this? So when it comes to block booking, this is why you schedule a chunk of time and say, for this particular time, I'm going to concentrate on this task and I'm not going to do anything else until this time is finished. So maybe you could say, I am going to be working for 1 hour and then I'll rest for 10-20 minutes, then I'll work for another hour, or you could say I'm just going to work for 2 hours on a task until those 2 hours are finished. I'm not going to do anything else. So basically you schedule chunks of time to do a particular task. And this is one of the most productive ways that you can stay focused, because guess what? We are bombarded with so much stuff. So when you block book something, even your mind, you're telling your subconscious, let's get to business, let's get to work. And guess what? Once you do that, you'll even feel good about yourself. So I want you to start block booking chunks of time where you just concentrate on one task for that particular time and don't do anything else. Yes? Okay. Tactic number 2. I want you, every time you feel like you're getting distracted, I want you to set a timer for 10 minutes. So what this timer is going to do is you set yourself a timer for 10 minutes and say, if I'm still feeling the urge for 10 minutes, then maybe I'll go on social media. Then maybe I'll do something else. But what this is going to help you is you're going to realize that you've got so much self-control that you cannot begin to imagine. So you find yourself that you want to check Instagram. You want to go on Facebook. So set an alarm while you're in the middle of whatever you're doing. You set an alarm for 10 minutes and say, I'm not going to check on this for 10 minutes. Guess what? Most of the time, it's just the urge. It's just human nature. It's just a urge. That's how the body is designed to, get distracted. So what you need to do is try this idea. 10 minutes, you set an alarm and say, okay, if I still feel like the urge to stop or to go onto my social media or leave the task I'm doing, then I will. This idea will help you realize that most of the time when those 10 minutes elapse, you won't even, you just carry on. You say, oh, do you know what? If I've gone for 10 minutes, I don't really need to look at social media. I don't need to leave the task I'm doing. So 10-minute 10-minute alarm. This will help you stay concentrated on your task. Number 3, this is a killer. I want you to turn off all your distractions. Turn off all your distractions. Turn off all the notifications on your phone, on whatever you're doing. Because guess what? Every time that notification comes up, guess what? The mind is going to be tempted to check. And most of the time you check. Sometimes, even if it's something, an email, a text message you've been waiting from a friend, when you hear that ding, when you hear that notification, guess what? You're more tempted to open it. So what I would recommend is turn off all your notifications and get to work. In fact, the best way to eliminate this is, how about you just put your phone on airplane mode and say, now it's work time. I'm doing this until I finish whatever I've set out to do. I'm doing this maybe until the block of time that I've done. This has been so helpful for me, because it's like now when I'm shooting my videos, I have to put my phone on airplane mode, because if a call comes through, then guess what? I get interrupted. And if I'm in 3/4, into my video, guess what? It means I have to start it all over again. So I want you to put that phone on airplane mode, right? If you're in the house, if you work with kids, tell them for this time, please stay away from my room. So any distractions, any notifications, do this in advance. This will help you to stay focused on your goals and dreams. This will stay focused on the task at hand that you are trying to zero in on. Okay. The next one is, I want you to ask yourself this question. Can this wait until later? Can this wait until later? Tactics number 4. This is a great idea because let's say you're focusing on something and then an idea comes to you that you need to make a phone call. You need to send a text message. You need to send that email. You need to go somewhere. Ask yourself, can this wait until later? And what you're going to realize is most of the things can wait. 99% of the things we do, we don't need to do them. So, also, to add on to this question, can this wait until later? It's like, is it really urgent? Unless something is urgent, it can wait until later. So don't get distracted by everything that's going on around. Don't get distracted by the environment. Ask yourself, can this wait until later? Because sometimes you will be in the middle of concentrating on something. We all know how much more information that's coming at us, how much we get distracted. See? What you ask yourself is, can this wait until later? Because things will pop up into your head. Even right now as I'm shooting my video, things will pop up into my head. I need to check this. I need to do that. So I want you to ask this simple yet powerful question. Can this wait until later? You realize this is a very, very important question that can dramatically improve on the way you focus on that task at hand just by asking that simple question. I want you to remember it. Tattoo it in the back of your mind. Can this wait until later? And then the last way on how to focus. I want you to reward yourself. Yes, I want you to reward yourself. What am I talking about? See, one of the things I've realized is when you set yourself a task and say you're going to reward yourself, I would say 90% of the time you follow through it, especially if the reward is sweet, especially if the reward is good. I'll give an example. Let's say you wanted to concentrate on a task. Maybe it's writing for an hour. Maybe it's shooting videos. Maybe it's going to that class and you're just going to concentrate. What I would say is, let's say you're going to say to yourself, okay, once I finish all my tasks in a certain amount of time, once I focus on this task for maybe the blocked amount of time I've set myself, guess what? I am going to go on my social media for 20, 30 minutes, even an hour, but I'm not going to go on unless I've accomplished task A, B, C. So try this. Another one. How about you say, unless I finish this, I'm not going to watch that Netflix series. Yes, I'm talking to you, those Netflix lovers, yeah. Because this is what we get so much distracted. Can you imagine watching a series for 2, 3, 4 hours? What if you have to focus first, then watch whatever you want? And guess what? We know when the mind is looking forward to a reward, it's more concentrated. It gets excited. So what if you start using this and say, until I do this, and if I'm not focused on this task at hand, I'm not going to watch Netflix. I'm not going to do this. Sometimes it could be it could be something like, I'm going to get myself a glass of wine, just reward myself for concentrating. There's so many things, but I cannot choose anything for you. You know what excites you. So I want you to reward yourself for staying concentrated, staying focused on a particular task. Let's go through the tactics again on how to focus. So the first one is block booking. You book a chunk of time while you concentrate on a task. The next one is the 10-minute alarm. This is why you set yourself an alarm for 10 minutes. If you're getting distracted and say, if I'm still distracted in the next 10 minutes, then I'm going to give up my task. Number 3 is I want to turn off all distractions, all notifications, so that you can zero in on that task that you are working on. Number 4 is I want you to ask yourself this simple yet powerful question. Can this wait until later? And of course, lastly, but not the least, is I want you to start rewarding yourself for that particular focus that you've put your attention to or accomplished, so that way you can get your mind to learn, to look forward to getting rewarded, but not until you've accomplished something. That was today's video on how to focus. And please do me a favor, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I bring a video every week, and as always, it's been Kam saying, remember to focus on your goals and dreams, because if you don't, no one else will. Have a fantastic weekend. I love you, my fans. Mwah.